So how are you $1 million operation here and people still don't know you? People still don't know what you do. And they said that I told them what it was. They asked me why they felt that way. I said, because you're always selling to people. Every time I get on your social, it's always a flyer. You're always asking for something. You have to think about it. It's like a date. You have to make people fall in love with you organically.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Quite literally. Will Tidwell, a younger gentleman.
I wish I didn't have this big heart. People just do nothing but hurt me. Anybody can dream the dream. Anybody can have a goal, but see,
you're gonna be a neighborhood hero. You just keep shining, young king.
Man, first of all, again, I'm excited to be here. I connected with Mr. Nick. Nick, I think we heard about each other through a third party, right?
Through that third party.
Absolutely, absolutely. You were doing your due diligence research of some of the needs of the organization, and my name came up. So that always lets me know I'm doing something right from a brand standpoint. Because I always say this when it comes to branding, I think it's gonna be a big gem for you guys too. Is that if you can't pass the Facebook test, then you haven't done enough. Meaning, what does everybody go on Facebook and do? I'm in search of, I need this. Can I find this person? Can you help me with this? Whatever. And if you're not one of the first people they think of, or first person being tagged or being mentioned, something is a disconnect there. Why are you not being known for what you say you do? And so I think that's a big thing. So I'm happy to be here. But yeah, like I told you guys earlier, I built my entire platform on community outreach. So the first 10 years of my career, all we did was put together very unique initiatives, programming for the youth, the less fortunate, and families. And so we ran a youth program every summer. We did initiatives in the winter, in the fall, in the summer, aimed at the homeless, aimed at those families that we were serving. And we got to the point we hit a really big milestone of 100,000 men, women, and children. Wow. And so, yeah, appreciate it. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that work is taxing. Because we did it with no grants. We did all private funding. We did it all with bootstrapping for the first couple of years, and then you have a couple corporate sponsors come in and help take some of that relief off of you. But still, you're fundraising, you're meeting with people that give you the runaround. You got to gather all the resources and stuff. What you're doing yourself, you're picking up the donations. Like that can be a lot. And so I transitioned from that, like you guys told you, more to the marketing, to the media, because I saw a big need there as well. Because these brands you're partnering with, their branding a lot of time is non-existent. Right. They have no website. They have no presence on social media. They have none of these things. I'm like, well, I see there's a big need, and I love that anyway. And so that's why I transitioned to. But now I'm in that space more of consulting with nonprofits, of being on a number of boards, of just helping those organizations grow and giving with the knowledge I do have, but also learning too. And so I didn't really have an agenda of what to hit on today. I just wanted to kind of have like I know we discussed volunteer and being able to expand the volunteer base here. We talked about building awareness on social and bringing in that additional dollars and finding additional grants. So I wanted to just kind of answer whatever questions and have an open conversation. So wherever the questions come from, I'm open to it. Yeah.
We got some big brains around us.
Well, I got a bigger one. Let's do it. Absolutely.
So please, any questions for Will?
Yeah, open floor. Like I said, we talked about volunteer work. We talked about just expanding the footprint. We talked about additional ways of funding this operation. So, and my mind is in all those places. My expertise is in all marketing, media, whatever you guys think of. So,
I think you already marked. You have a market already, right?
Right.
I think you're known in the areas that you.
Yeah, we're getting now because it's been interesting because I've been in the space of real estate for 28 years. So people are like,
right.
And so now in Shiva, that's why when I go to make videos, I try to remember to make the videos and do those things. And so it's getting out there. But what I've also learned, everybody doesn't like the thought. First of all, they've forgotten about incarcerated women.
Right.
And so that is very interesting to me. They have forgotten about incarcerated women. And then they think about, okay, oh, well, what does that look like? What do we do? Even because our goal with Anthony keeps saying, okay, when are you guys going to get to the vision that you had? And that's assisting women with non-traditional employment. But it's hard right now because we're trying to do all these other things that they're needing right now. So to answer your question, we're trying our best. I forget to capture the moments like I said to you.
Yeah.
And that, what you're talking about, Will, today, I probably like, okay, Anika, you gotta remember this. You gotta remember this because so many times I'm by myself
Yeah.
doing the stuff.
It's hard to do it when you're in your element. How can you be genuine and like you said, hug this young lady or be there for this young lady, but the camera in her face? And sometimes you're just in a moment. You're not even thinking about that. It's not appropriate. It doesn't even feel right to do. And so I mean, and also I think again, a quick fix or something like that was not quick at all, but I think it's possible is how do we build some type of program where I can just have a young intern with me, right? How can I have somebody that's with me and that's just their focus? They're not with me every day. I'm not gonna work them to death, but hey, I just need you. I got a really special event coming up. We have a program. Somebody that's already specializing in it, whether from a college standpoint, whether it's a high school standpoint, because Mills in Southwest High, they have a media program, right? So how can we partner with these entities and say, listen, I just need 2 or 3 children that are learning this, are passionate about this, and they just come with me and tag along and just give me the raw footage back.
Because it's so easy.
100%.
It's so easy.
100%.
And Laura has a program as well.
Absolutely, on a college standpoint, like, and so that's just us presenting ourselves like you already are. Hey, this is what we do. This is who we are. This is what we're asking for, and they're always looking for opportunities for their students anyway. So how can we just connect that bridge? I think that could help out a whole lot because you are the content.
I think that'd be number one.
Yeah,
and I think that will help you get more.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need more right now, but I think your plate is full.
Yeah.
But I think it will get the message out more.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that everybody know who you are and what you have to offer, or even how many people that you are connected with.
Absolutely.
You don't have all the answers,
right?
But at least you know who is your resource.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And your partners.
Absolutely. And I think I had a conversation yesterday with another $1 million organization here in Little Rock, but they're still struggling with people not knowing about them. So how are you $1 million operation here and people still don't know you? People still don't know what you do. And they said that I told them what it was. They asked me why they felt that way. I said, because you're always selling to people. Every time I get on your social, it's always a flyer. You're always asking for something. You have to think about it. It's like a date. You have to make people fall in love with you organically. If your husband met you on that first date and he was forcing, you said, girl, I'm never going out with him again. It's the same thing when it comes to marketing your brand. You have to make people fall in love organically. I ain't trying to start that in here. Y'all got to go home together. Look. You know? Absolutely. Clear. That's how you keep. I got all that on camera too. You know, y'all know. But seriously, and so I told him, I said, so I suggest this. First of all, we got to go heavy video base. So whoever you end up doing that, I mean, I'd love to come back. I help with the training on what they need to be looking for, but they need to go heavy video base. Video is where king is. Think about it. People want to be entertained. People want to be informed. Nobody wants to see no flyers all day, being sold to all the time. And so I think that's the biggest thing is you coming back out telling the world, talk to them as if they've never met you before a day in your life. Give them 90 days of just who we are, what we do, who we're impacting, who we're helping. Let the lady speak. Like, and I think you gotta go a step further too. Is like not just letting them get on camera and just telling their story, but it'd be even better if we could find a way, long term maybe, of how can I tell the little bit of their story in a minute or less? How can I show the incarceration picture and who they are now? How can I show when they got out and now they got a job? How can I show 2015 and now she's on the board? Like, how can I tell those stories in an organic way? The world will fall in love with that. You know what I mean? Because even when I talk about from a grant standpoint, what are they giving grants based on? Impact. Exactly. The numbers being, you know what I mean? And so that's why, absolutely. Yeah. So we talk about building awareness. That would be a solution number one. We got to talk to the world like they never met us before, and we got to keep introducing ourselves every single day.
I have to remember that because everybody didn't know my story, and that
absolutely.
I always remember.
Absolutely.
To tell,
and we're simple-minded, not in the sense like we're slow, but simple-minded meaning we got our own lives. So when I'm social, I don't want to have to think too much. So when you talk about even connecting the dots of you being in real estate for 30 years versus now you're in this fairly new venture, right? Not super new, but I think even taking a step, like you talked about the independent living, that's going to make a connection for them because like she's already in real estate and now she's building this sector within her nonprofit. Like we got to start helping them because even when you hear me say, I started out with community outreach and now I do media, what's the connection? Because I saw the need from doing this work for so long. This is why I do this now. I'm not stopping this, but this is added on top of this and give me even more of a platform. So we just got to talk to them like literal children, you know, in a respectful way, of course, right? And then they can fall in love and start to understand more and more every single day. I don't know exactly what you do, but she's doing some great things. That's all we need you to say.
And that's been helpful. We have to stop accepting the posts because people were constantly, I got some clothes, I got some clothes.
Yeah.
And so those call to actions are working.
Absolutely.
They are working.
Absolutely.
And so we just have to stay on the mind. And I, because of my age and still of that pre-Facebook, pre-social
Absolutely.
media, I can still be private with some things.
Absolutely.
And I don't have to always grasp, you know, what's the word?
Blast everything you're doing.
Yeah, blast everything. And
I feel like you're bragging about everything.
right, exactly. But
you kind of have to, though. You know what? It's crazy because you kind of have to brag on yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the Gen X. And you just don't want to, you don't feel like you want to brag about it, but you got to brag in order to get your business name.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because people don't understand, like I told somebody this other day, I'm monetized on, it's 5 platforms. It's YouTube, it's TikTok, it's Facebook, it's Instagram, and maybe 4. It's 5 LinkedIn, but that's not really 1. So these 4, I'm monetized on 3 of the 4. Meaning that I get a check every month just from posting videos. I told somebody the other day on my team, I said, I'm not going to lie. If I get monetized on all 4 and I see a $10,000 a month, I'm never going to do content for anybody else other than myself again. So a lot of these organizations are missing out because they don't think marketing is important. I say, well, you can fund your operation off of just content. People love a good success story. Like, but you got to be good at it. That's the missing component.
You got to have a good team because I learned that with the brunch and to deal that was in May.
Yeah.
I don't think we did it soon enough. I don't think there was enough out there for it.
Right.
Even the person that took the pictures that day, and so that's what I'm having to look at now. The team has to make sense.
Got to make sense.
Got to understand vision.
100%.
And so, like my graphic guy, we've been together 25 plus years. I can throw the ball in his chest and he's catching it
Every single time.
and
you be like, why can't I replicate you and have 10 of you? You know, it's frustrating.
I try somebody new, and I kind of spot him and tell him what happened, but because he came back with it and made it happen, I didn't even.
Miss a beat. Yeah. Wow. And I think you already come on the right path also of mapping out what that organization chart looked like of the people that you need, right? Like, we're already on the right path. Yeah. But yeah, I would say that's the foundation of this thing. Is really mastering that part. Who can help me? Who do I need? Right? And I think you need 3 main people. You need somebody that can do video, hopefully video, and they can edit. If they can do both, that's going to save you a lot of time, but they might overwork that person if it's going to be like more of an intern-based thing. So you might need somebody that can do one of each. And then, like, you already got a graphic person, so you got an art person. So those are your main, from a marketing standpoint, 3 people you need. And you can really run with that. Like, I do that every month.
Your analytics.
Haphazardly happened. The one who, Joseph, he's behind the scenes working, but he and I need to just really talk about it.
Yeah.
But he's sitting back, and I'll see him touch it.
So that's what I did for Rights After Wrong was the data analytics.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking about from a social standpoint, right? Or
no,
what you mean?
I'm saying she needs to get her data.
Of who she's touching. I got you.
And over a certain period of time.
I got you.
And so that's part of that intake.
Yeah.
And what are you doing with that intake process? And where are you keeping that?
Yeah.
And all of that?
Yeah. But they're super tedious on, like you said, how were they before they came to you? What happened after they left?
Yeah.
How are we tracking it? They super tedious about that
and
stuff.
what services did you start out with?
Right.
And so that's what we do, Rights After Wrong. And so I have that data over 5 years. So I need to figure out what's your data points.
Yeah, what are we supposed to be measuring?
And so I can help with that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And I can definitely tell you what April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will be because they work for y'all. Will have.
So she's talking more about the operation side of it now, like, right? Start to finish, how am I tracking you?
Yeah.
How are we making an impact on your life?
So the stack you have over there, how can I get that to you condensed?
Right.
You're saying
taking all of that
taking all of it
from you,
Yes.
and give it to a person for them to intake. Your intake. Yes.
And I think once you
trying to digitize it and and so that way she's sitting there looking at everything. That's
Like we literally have people, if not part of these things.
Now I don't know how to digitize it, but I'm an Excel person, so I can.
But once you put it in there, it can be It'll help you. It'll do that for you.
Have a volunteer or a student to come in. That's easy for them to do.
100%.
Once you get it set up.
100%.
It's just data volunteer.
100%.
See, as you the college students and high school students, as they doing all that digital marketing, they can get volunteer hours. Guess what? They get ready to go.
100%.
They're gonna need volunteer hours.
100%.
Yeah.
And then once you get that, then you automatically have your presentation everywhere you go.
100%.
And so that person will be able to you'll be able to pull that data and
100%.
put it on the PowerPoint.
100%. 100%.
Now, Will, you kind of talk about volunteers.
Right.
When people think of our house and they're going to look at things, how small they were and now they're just.
Yeah, they still building stuff every day.
Right, but they also have access to American volunteers here. How can we tap into that? Should we consider offering either internships? How do we pull from these agencies, organizations,
Having some of their people come and be a part.
Right.
You know what? I used to think there was a fancy a formula for that. As simple as asking. If you got your ducks in a row, and this organization is legit, which it is. We have the paperwork to prove who we are, the work we're doing. We have the web. Like, if you have these legit things in place, it's simple as approaching. Get ready to tap into the brilliance of Esquire Writing and Media. Man, your ultimate friend when it comes to unleashing the creativity within you and elevating both your personal and your business brand. Everything from crafting compelling stories, content creation, or even venturing into this world of podcasting and speaking in such a dynamic way. Man, Esquire can take care of you. Whether you're a creative genius, building a brand, or just building your own platform, let Esquire Writing Media be the driving force that sets you apart. Man, be sure to follow us at SpeakUPZee.com/Esquire, or you can learn more and shoot us a text at 469-851-7235. We love y'all, man. Now back to the episode. Peace. But what happens is when I see a lot of these nonprofits, especially the small with the babies, right? They come with this stuff and they give an ask letter for a donation, but something is misspelled. Or I can't go research you and find out more about you. Or you're not legit on paper, but you're calling yourself a nonprofit. Or you're really LLC. Like, so when you don't have these small tangibles in place, that's the really big difference. Because I mean, right now we're getting ready. I haven't even told anybody this, so it's crazy. We're getting ready to launch. So we did part of one of our initiatives was a car wash we did a few years back. We only hire youth, giving them a chance to make money, but also teaching them on-the-job training. And now my good friend wants to reinvent it, and now we're going to partner with our house, and they're going to send us 4 or 5 workers a day. They're going to run it, so that's going to help our overhead tremendously, right? And they're going to get a stipend for it. I said, God bless them, right? Like, just for asking, right? And so I think it's the same because there's so much that the kid, like you said, there's so many opportunities that the kids are needing, but they can't find them enough. So we come with our ducks in a row. They'll do it. And so I think it's a simple. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, and that's teaching them how to use Excel. Right. That's teaching them how to do PowerPoint.
Yeah.
And so on the back end, once me and her get together and get the foundation there, then that next person that sits in that seat is going to be learning.
100%. 100%.
So you're helping them grow and be able to present.
Yeah.
It's Anika, this is what I have. This is the data points I have. This is what the report is for the month.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I challenge you as a team, when we get those teams outlined, I challenge you guys, let's have a hub in our Google Drive, whatever it is. We need to have our folder where we got all of our donor packets that we send the donors for money. We need to have our volunteer opportunity stuff lined out based on you might do it this 2 ways. You might go by initiative that you do. So for instance, the event you had a few months back, you might have a donor packet just for that. Or you might have just a general donor packet where you just raise the money year round. If that makes sense what I'm saying. And so we go donor, we go volunteer, and then what we missing? What was the last one? We go donor, volunteer, what was we just talking about? And sponsorship, right? So if we we always got something to pull from. There you go.
Sponsorship.
And I have some great examples of some ones that raised us a lot of money in the past. I mean, one that made us 10K, one that made us some really great examples, and it wasn't long-winded. That's another thing. Nobody want to read no 40-page packet. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to read it. I'm going to skip through that.
I will read because I'm a reader, but then I'm going to move on because I'm going to keep on doing
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I have to keep my attention.
Exactly. Who we are, what we do, what the type of impact we're trying to make, and how you can help us. Get to the point. And I think if you can do that and master that, and it looks great from a graphic standpoint, and it's catching, can't lose.
But that's the same thing even when you're sending an email out asking for
100%.
information.
And building that donor list too. That's what I was missing. Building out the actual donors that you want to ask. From a corporate standpoint, a family standpoint, right? A business standpoint. Like, who are those people that we can call on a consistent basis? That's super, super important. So yeah, I think those would be the main 4 things.
Yeah, because those are your mouthpiece.
100%. You can't do nothing without those.
They usually be your ambassadors for your organization.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna just share this because I need these back because they cost. She built about 552 of them. Part of work that the graphic guy, you know, that he came up with. And
Thank you so much.
that just gives you an idea of what.
Yeah, y'all be shipping them back in. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I was referring to.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Yes.
So this
I'm
is
sorry.
Oh, you fine.
sharing.
Your mission and purpose.
So
Yeah,
I had to
perfect.
show y'all we're not that basic.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, you can just take a lot of this same information and just re-put it into your sponsorship packet. You got everything lined out.
And this is what we've been doing.
Absolutely.
So this is, you have everything you need.
Absolutely, you do.
So if you bring someone in, all you do is just teach them how to come up with these graphs.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
How did you come up with this? And what's the format?
Yep.
Actually, I paid a 5R talent. That's how it's pronounced. And she had me to fill out a questionnaire, and she helped with this.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah, Fiverr is a lifesaver for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got the foundation. So you just keep pulling from this accordingly.
But you just need to make your own, create your own
That's what I wanted.
data points.
Okay.
So you got to come up with your
Fred
own.
and I talked about
Yes.
that.
And so once you come up with, I'm just going to say start this month
Yes, okay.
and then start from there.
Yep.
So with this, okay.
Yep.
And, we got
And just build your financial foundation.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be a great talking point when you talk about we've helped X amount of people in this many years. That's going to be I would drive in people's head. We helped 100,000 people. We helped 100,000. Like, they gonna be like, because like I said, ooh, it sounds good. And so the same thing for y'all. Yeah, absolutely. I said it everywhere I go. So it's the same thing with y'all. Same thing. Yeah, it's perfect. Yep.
Any other questions for Will? I don't believe in time, and we appreciate them.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys for having me.
If you also touch, and I know you touched on it lightly, consistency.
Yeah.
Authentic, especially on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like Meta Business Suite.
Yeah.
Like you said, with a minute and a half, like the reels.
Yeah.
That's one thing I noticed about his page. And
Yeah.
I tell you that Facebook will put you in that algorithm
100%.
with other
100%.
with other organizations.
And it was super hard because I feel like I appeal to a younger audience. So I really shunned away from on Facebook. But when they said, hey, you need to do this one more thing, we're going to get you a check. I said, my team, y'all better post 5 times a day. Starting today. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And do you automatically you post every day? Or you just
I post every day. Myself.
You post it yourself?
Now, for my clients, I use a system called, so you use a buffer. There's a couple other automated systems you can like upload the content. You can have absolutely. While y'all in meetings and y'all at home, sleep, whatever, it can be doing it for you. But I don't like it because it's kind of looking at it like Instagram is them looking at it like you had a third party to do this versus you being on the app yourself doing it. So they kind of like a Hootsuite, a buffer. Now it's great if you're a big operation. You ain't got no time for that, right? You got stuff going. But if an intern is able to manually do them, especially the big important posts, like where we're asking for money or it's a great story, like ask them to do that manually because it just gives you a better chance for traction. But they're looking at it like you're on our app, you're being active. All right, we're gonna give it a chance. We're gonna put it in front of a lot of people and then see how they react to it. It works. It works. So for the last 3 weeks, we've been going 5-6 posts a day, and I've gained 3,000 followers. Like we hit 500,000 accounts. Like it works. It works.
Let me
Yeah.
get you for my paparazzi.
I got you.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
I ain't got time to post like that.
Yeah.
I just saw something where
I
content
know.
creators burn out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
What make my life easy, like today is a Sunday, so I'm going to go home. I'm going to put all my stuff in a folder that I know and post. So it might be 20 videos, but they're already in one place. I have a template for my captions. I got a template for my captions, so all I got to do is rearrange 1 or 2 words.
right. And
So-
are you changing clothes and putting on makeup and all that?
So this is this.
Look,
You know?
that's me when I'm trying to go
You know?
loud. When I'm trying to go loud, I'm trying to change clothes, put something on.
This the finesse. This the finesse. So I record a show. I record my podcast every week for an hour.
Okay.
If I do a show for 30 minutes, I'm gonna say enough stuff in that show where I can get 15 clips from it.
Yes.
But you gotta have an eye for it. You gotta know what to look for. So if you're recording right now and you say you did a profound prayer over one of your clients and it was so moving, most people will skip over the prayer. Cut that prayer. Give them the prayer where you showing you literally playing with this woman and they gonna be like, oh my God.
Right, because you get it.
Right? Then you're gonna get the woman doing her testimony. Then you're gonna get the funny moment where somebody says something hilarious. Like you gotta find the opportunities in the content.
Wow.
Because you don't got a lot of time. So you gotta figure out how to like get a lot in a little. You got an hour, how can I maximize this? You might have to change outfits. I do sometimes. I change shirts. I might put on a hat.
Right.
But I might change locations. But I did all that in the same hour.
Oh wow. Because you're focused, and when that money comes in, it makes sense.
It get me going. It gets you going. Now when you just doing it for fun, you like, I'll do one a day. You hear me? So
are the reels the good things?
the reels,
The little
stay away from all that other stuff. Don't.
The reels.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It go reels, pictures, graphics.
See, that's what my daughter graduated. She went to ETA. She is she's digital. Well, not, she's social.
Yeah.
Media.
Yeah.
Digital marketing.
Yeah.
She does that stuff. I wonder.
That's
how
her
y'all
wheelhouse.
do that.
Absolutely.
I'm just ignorant to all of that.
I mean, because it's a learning gap there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you said, a lot of the women here are before the Facebook, or when it was just Facebook, right? When you used to be on Facebook on your desktop. You know what I mean? Like
We ain't gonna even talk about TikTok.
you know what I mean? Right? So SOP. I don't even think I know how to use MySpace. You know?
That's why we have you.
Absolutely. I would just put it into your schedule, even before the intern. Recording content needs to become a part of your religion. It got to. Even if it's one day a week for an hour. Just be realistic with yourself. Don't say I'm gonna do it every day. That's where people lie to themselves and get burnt out. Don't burn yourself out. Just say, hey, Friday my easy day. I'll be cute. I got my jeans on. Let me Friday be my day for an hour.
So what about when she's meeting with, just like me and her met last Friday?
Yeah.
So just meetings as well, like her interaction.
Absolutely. Everything you do is content. Every living moment, and that's annoying.
It doesn't have to have a voice.
No.
It's just you.
Be B-roll. It can be a B-roll. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like this meeting.
Literally. You know what I'm gonna do with this when I go home? This going on YouTube. And then my editor gonna go through and say, "What are all the great part? I'm gonna get about 10 videos from this today."
Wow.
100%. I'm gonna get at least 10, bare minimum.
So basically, everything you show them is gonna have to have the sound.
No, it's all how you create it.
So if you
Absolutely.
So if you're going live and then it has after the live,
You can save it.
It says save.
Yes.
I never do that.
You gotta save it.
Oh my God, that's what I'm messing up.
Because even if you don't want to pay a lot of, like she said, she went to Fiverr. You get you an editor off Fiverr. Hey, I got some raw video for you. And then the thing is, you gotta train them. So you might have to go through so what I have to do, even still with my editor that been working with me, I have to go through and I give them the timestamps to cut. I'll say cut at 1 minute and 11 seconds and stop at 1 minute and 55 seconds. And they're gonna cut me that 44-second clip. And I'm gonna say put my captions on it, put my logo on it, and send it back to me.
You know how many years I was with?
You know what I mean? Yeah. So and they ain't gonna take you but 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've been recording for 6 years. So that's like every time you go live, and I know you go live.
We know something.
Right. I know you go live.
That is your content for the week. You ain't gotta do nothing else.
Saved your life?
Girl, no, did you see my ears?
Yeah.
You know, when I saw the button, but I've never saved.
Gotta save
I mean,
it.
like, okay, let me hurry up. I don't delete your live.
Now she don't save it. But it'll go on there, but you can't save it again. Yeah.
I've never saved.
And so even if I was you right now, I'll go screen record that thing. If I was you.
We all learned.
Oh my God.
I would go screen record it. Yeah. Because y'all don't got a lot of time for that. So you do it in the regular part of your day already. You already doing it. You doing it. You don't even know you're doing the content.
Wow.
You been doing it.
I just learned so much.
You've been doing it.
There's so much to do all of it.
And you know what's so crazy? You talked about the problem of volunteering. I never had to promote for a volunteer because all I did was show them what we were doing, and they said, I want to help.
And that's how, because that's what happened here.
So that's what happened with Anika, what you did for your your immediate. Yeah. So were those?
Just showing them.
Okay, they broke it up and they did. Yeah.
Okay. 100%.
But I initially met you. You were speaking at just the women empowerment.
Urbane magazine.
Yeah, it was a women empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You might just have somebody on the board or somebody even like for instance, like you might not always have access to the intern. You might have to just call somebody on your team or somebody you very close to and say, listen, if you got time, just come with me to the speaking engagement. And it might have to be your person today. And hopefully, and that's a great thing to have because it's hard to find. And so sometimes you might just call on close friends and family. Just come with me to this event and just record for me for 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
I got Fred Sanford.
I can't do it. Yeah. That's hilarious, bro.
Jesus, I said, baby, get down. Your angle not right with these cameras.
Yeah.
He does that on purpose.
Yeah, you gotta do it no more. Don't ask him no more. Yeah. That's so good.
You know what? I just said the same thing. They like to mess up. They do like to mess up.
Yeah. Don't ask me no more. I can't do it, baby. I can't do it. I don't know, baby. I can't do it. That's hilarious.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else for Will? No point in us keeping it if we don't have anything else.
There's one more thing. So do you have the bus passes?
Our House. So when we're talking about partnerships, we send them to Our House, and they do a great job. But they have to do a tie-in with Our House. It's not free, and I'm perfectly fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah. So Our House is a great resource.
What's the tie-in?
Well, they have to go in and do some of their classes.
I got you.
That's all.
I got you.
It's not asking a lot at all, and because the transitional facilities are nearer to them, and so that's they give them a voucher for a clothes closet. They've got an entire wall of re-entry jobs. It's a wonderful resource.
That's not a bad thing at all.
They're not even the transitional facilities are not telling them about Our House. And so to answer that question, yes.
Let me ask you a question. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, now you know that he came and one of the directors that was giving out free passes to Rights After Wrong. He was a member of our board, and so did you ever connect with him yourself?
Who that is.
And I got to go find it
because I'm trying to think. Because when I was sending out the database, I don't remember a cat email, so I don't have to look.
There is and I can't remember his name, but there was a guy that came and he said that he does give out passes.
All right. That's good.
Yeah.
And I gotta find out who that guy is.
I have to look in my emails because I don't remember that.
There was a guy that came and he offered passes.
Okay. Will,
Did you ever? Oh no, you fine. Did you ever announce to the world that you partnered with Our House or anybody like that? You ever told anybody?
No.
A super big success. I always clinged on to the Giants. I always clinged on to the Our House. I always clinged on to the Compassion Center, the Salvation Armies. You helped me, but this is about me. This is about what SpeakUPZee is doing. So I always said, thank you so much to so-and-so. We're partnering with them for the next whatever. Because they like, oh, she partnering with these big entities, right? It's I hate to say it, but it's a perception thing.
It really is.
People judge you off of who you connected to. I hate to say that, but it's real. And so you gotta milk every opportunity in your wheelhouse. Sit down with the director. Can I take a picture? Can we take a picture before I go? Can we take a picture from the Our House sign? Like whenever, or when the person goes to Our House, we're so happy so and so got admitted and he getting the help he need. Da da da. Absolutely. Yeah. We gotta milk those.
Is like the Department of Correction? Is that something that?
Well, I'm actually working with the Riceville prison now, and there's so much red tape. So I don't know if it's the same.
Okay, I got you. I'm just trying to say.
You feel me? Because they say you can't bring cameras in the building for you can't do none of that stuff.
Well, even if it was a shout out to.
Now that's true.
Department of Correction.
Absolutely.
Working with them.
Absolutely.
That's why I was asking.
Maybe like a picture with the warden. Maybe I don't know. It'd probably like it'd be something like that. They real.
I don't want them not letting
Right. They real ticky tacky. So if anything, maybe with the warden, maybe or something like that.
Because we just donated the clothes, so I'll reach out to Miss Paper.
Yeah, but other than that,
Who gonna drive down? Who gonna drive me to McPherson? You gonna drive me, Will?
Everybody look at that.
I can't go this far.
Oh,
I got it. I'll
Yeah.
reach out, but thank you.
For
This
sure.
has been great.
For sure. That's all I wanted
So
to
what do
add
you
value.
need from us on these different teams? What do you need from?
I just want to
I
be
can't.
Let me
Maybe I.
think, ladies, because
Okay.
let me just sit around this and let me process this. And
Okay.
I can't.
And whatever you need help with,
Okay.
you just call me, Mr. Nick.
Let me add one more thing, ladies and gentlemen, for nations.
Yes,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
You just getting rid of stuff.
First lady stuff is not a donation, you know. And and then sometimes people just clean at the closet. If it's not going to be something that they really need, you know, I know we just had some bras,
New underwear.
jeans,
That was-
new underwear.
Yeah, that was my
typical shoes. Not no. I mean, they get out of prison. They don't need no stilettos.
Right.
They need some good
Comfort.
shoes. And then as you talk about the uniforms, and we try to make sure that they can at least be able to go into some kind of work environment.
That's right.
So pants or some kind of khakis or something, a blouse or two or something, but not no full blown, after 5 gown.
Right.
We don't need all that.
And you know what's so crazy? I would even take this, and I keep driving this back, but it all connects. That's why I said this is the foundation. The brand awareness is the foundation, because that's a problem within it. But now you know what to talk about in the content.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
when somebody said, well, "I'm just gonna give you some underwear," and I was like, "I guess I'm just gonna give it to her."
Right.
But it was brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they needed that.
And I had no idea that you even needed that.
Right.
So that was, yeah.
So letting them know, like, don't bring us no stilettos in your twa dress. You know, we don't need that.
And don't bring us dirty things. We literally have had dirty underwear.
Oh.
People are disgusting.
Okay, so if you wouldn't want that, why would you get that somewhere?
Because it's all about our health.
That's nasty.
So, Will, yes, I've been saying, and I should.
That made my stomach hurt.
I know specifically what we need.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. Absolutely. I hope it helps some, y'all.
Yeah, because I'm bothered too.
For sure.
Hey, what's up? This is Will Z Tidwell with SpeakUPZee. And I just want to take a quick second just to thank you for tuning in to this latest episode of SpeakUPZee, the podcast. And my only goal with this platform is to motivate you, inspire you, and educate you around all things life, business, and mental health, whether it's myself or me bringing on a special guest. So I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. We don't ask for any type of monetary gains or anything like that. The best thing you could do for us is just like and subscribe to the channel. Until next week, we'll see y'all later. Peace.